Welcome to my channel. As I promised last time, this is the SAT vocabulary list number 2. Starting from Crass to Frivolous. Only 50 words for today. All the vocabulary words in all the lists we have are commonly tested. I'll start by reading each vocabulary word twice, together with the meanings, and then we will together practice remembering these words through a carefully designed multiple choice questions. I know that most of you are struggling to learn new SAT words. I know how it feels. Even if you decided to dedicate some good time to memorize words and put them in your brains, after a day or two, these vocabulary words just get wiped away. The perfect method, as I see it, is when you learn a new word, you need to learn all the forms of the word. If it is a noun, a verb, an adjective, or even an adverb. You also need to know all the possible meanings of that word. And most importantly, you need to check your understanding of that very word through answering some multiple choice questions. Same way vocabulary in context questions appear in an SAT exam. And this is literally what we are going to do together. Let us get in gear. SAT vocabulary list 2. Crass, adjective, rude, unrefined, crude, bad manners. Of course, the Arabic meaning is quite helpful. Then we have curtail, verb, shorten, reduce, abridge. Dearth, scarcity, shortage. Decorous, adjective, proper, polite. Decry, disparage, degrade, humiliate. Demonstrative, rhetorical, expository, denigrate, put down verbally or criticize. You can add decry as well. Okay. Destitute, adjective, extremely poor. Devious, adjective, sneaky, tricky, sometimes cunning. Digress, verb, stray away from a main topic or leave the main subject. Leave the main subject. Okay. Dilemma or dilemma, both are right. Noun, conundrum, riddle, difficulty. Diligent as an adjective, hardworking, or we can write studious. Okay. Disavow as a verb, deny knowledge or responsibility of. يتنصل من مسؤولية. Okay. Disavow. Discern, verb, comprehend, be aware of. And the adjective, discerning, distinctive, observant. Or you can write showing good judgment as well. Showing good judgment. Okay. Discretion, noun, wisdom, good judgment. Disparage means as a verb, belittle, show disrespect for. Then disreputable, again disreputable, this is how I pronounce it, adjective, shameful, disgraceful. Okay. Divisive, adjective, debatable, controversial, or you can write causing disagreement. Okay. Then dogged, dogged, dogged. This is how I pronounce the word. Tenacious, adamant, stubborn. Tenacious, adamant, stubborn. Dogged. Dogmatic, adjective, stubborn, absolutely sure. Dubious, 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 adjective, doubtful, skeptical, questionable. Dupe as a verb, dupe, deceive a person. Eccentric, adjective, odd, strange, capricious. You still remember capricious from list number 1. Capricious means what? Moody, has sort of unpredictable responses. Then we have ecstatic, ecstatic adjective, overjoyed or over the moon. Ecstatic. Okay, and we have elated, overjoyed, and very what? And very happy. And remember these expression, these idiomatic expression like over the moon, ecstatic, elated, and we can go also for maybe on top of the world, on top of the world, also in seventh heaven, what else? On cloud 9, I can write this down here, on cloud 9. Okay, these idiomatic, informal, or conversational idiomatic expressions, if they appear in the writing and language section, of course we shouldn't choose, because in terms of tone and style they are not the best fit. You understand my point? Then eloquent, 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 adjective, well-spoken, articulate, adjective, and I think we studied articulate in the first list. Means fasih, طليق اللسان. Barack Obama was an articulate speaker. Okay, eloquent, eloquent. Then embellish, embellish means beautify, prettify as a verb. Emulate, imitate. Innovating, exhausted, weakened, or you can write weakening as well. Enigma, enigma, noun, puzzle, riddle. Enigmatic, adjective, puzzling, strange, perplexing. Let's go to the other part of the list. Enmity, enmity, noun, aversion, hatred, dislike, antagonism. Karahiyya. Ephemeral, that's a very good word, commonly used, commonly tested. Ephemeral, adjective, existing for a short time, fleeting, passing. You can write this as well. Eradicate, verb, erase, remove, and you can write down destroy as well. Okay, or put an end to something, put an end to. Erratic, odd, inconsistent. Erratic, odd, inconsistent as an adjective. Erroneous, erroneous, adjective, mistaken, derived from error. Okay, you can even write wrong. Incorrect. Euphoric, euphoric, adjective, happy, overjoyed, overexcited as well, overexcited. Evanescent, evanescent, it's an adjective, ephemeral, passing, short-lived. Exacerbate, exacerbate, verb, aggravate, incite, worsen, anger, يعقد الأمور, يزيد الأمور سوءا. Extol, extol, praise highly. This is what? This is a verb. Extravagant, adjective, extravagant, excessive or extreme. Extroverted, extroverted. Again, extroverted means sociable, outgoing, okay? Fastidious, fastidious, adjective, meticulous, fussy, circumspect. Then fervent, fervent as an adjective, passionate, intense, enthusiastic. Fickle, fickle, adjective, indecisive, undecided, capricious. Florid, florid as an adjective, showy, showy, ornate, gaudy, ornate, gaudy, and gaudy most probably like excessively bright. It could be excessively bright, sometimes showy. Then flourish as a verb, flourish, flourish, thrive, grow, bloom. Then fortuitous, fortuitous, remember the pronunciation, fortuitous, fortuitous, adjective, lucky, incidental. The last word, frivolous, frivolous, adjective, insignificant, unimportant. Okay, let's now go to the questions. Choose the correct answer. Mr. Palmer was discussing the historical account of the Civil War, but somehow he began to tell us about his trip to the grocery store. So he was telling us about the historical account or whatever story of the Civil War, and all of a sudden he diverted to what to tell us about what? About his trip to the grocery store. So in that case, we'll go for what? Digressed, as you can see here. So what does it mean digressed? Left the main subject. And this is, of course, the answer. We have eradicated, you know the word, erased, destroyed, destroyed, and put an end to, put an end to. Extolled, extolled means what? Praised highly. Emulated means imitated. So in that case, as you can see here, Mr. Palmer was discussing the historical account of the Civil War, but somehow he digressed and began to tell us about his trip to the grocery store. Hopefully you understand what does mean digressed. Okay, left the main subject. Number 2, listening to my son practice the violin was what? I never enjoyed it. If you never enjoyed it, so it wasn't decorous, means proper or polite, for sure no. Euphoric, very happy. Then C, which is the answer. Innovating means exhausting or weakening, or when you feel like feeling drained of energy or vitality. You don't have any energy. Okay, it means like you didn't enjoy it. You didn't enjoy the way your son was practicing the violin. Okay, and then we have got a very good word, demonstrative, expository. Expository means you don't have a limit in showing your feelings. Okay, so let us write this. Expository, expository, or let us say unrestrained. You don't have a limit in showing in showing your feelings, okay? And if you check the meaning in Arabic, it means mu'abbir, okay? So I think number 2 should read this way. Listening to my son practice the violin was innovating. I never enjoyed it. Let's go to number 3. Even though my father is not a very man, I know how much he loves me. A, fortuitous, means lucky, means incidental, if you still remember. Frivolous, unimportant, insignificant. Ecstatic, of course, we know the word, like overjoyed. And we started the video today by listing the number of idioms that mean overjoyed or very happy. We said over the moon, we said on cloud 9, we can say walking in the air, maybe walking in the air, very excited, okay? And then we have demonstrative, which is the right answer. What does mean demonstrative? We said it expository or unrestrained in showing what? In showing feelings. Okay, let us write this meaning. Expository. Let's go to number 4. It is my wish that you will do your very best on the test and be accepted to the school of your choice. So it is my perfect, fervent wish. What does mean fervent wish? Like passionate. Or, I still remember, enthusiastic. Eccentric, we said it many times. Odd, strange, okay, and even capricious. List number 1, vocab. Florid, showy, or you remember that word, gaudy. And erratic, again odd, inconsistent, which is a negative word, okay? So in that case, we'll go for A. It is my fervent wish that you will do your very best on the test and be accepted to the school of your choice. Let's go to number 5. The nature of the king led his courtiers to imitate his every move. Of course, we'll go for what? The decorous nature. What does mean decorous? It sounds like very positive word. So if you still remember, proper, polite, okay? Then we have extravagant. Sure, you know the word, excessive, sometimes extreme. And of course, if we describe somebody as extravagant or he lives extravagantly, okay, it means what? He or she lacking restraint in maybe spending money, or even consuming or using resources. That's extravagant. Then erroneous, we wrote the meaning of the word before, wrong or incorrect, derived from what? Error. Of course, it's quite easy. Ephemeral, don't forget that word, ephemeral, lasting for a short time or for a short while, okay? Thank you. Let's go to the other page. Number 6. It will take a great deal of time to peruse the possible solution to the. Okay, let us write the meaning of peruse. It means to read carefully. Okay, let us read it again. It will take a great deal of time to peruse the possible solution to the what? Dearth, you remember the word. Scarcity, or what else? Or it could be shortage. Shortage, lack of. Enigma means puzzle. It could be riddle, almost the same meaning. Dilemma or dilemma, remember the two pronunciation. It means difficulty, sometimes mean a problem, or if you still remember that word from the what? The first list, conundrum. I saw it many times in exams. Enmity means what? A virgin. You remember? Hatred and dislike. So we go for dilemma. Let us read it again. It will take a great deal of time to peruse the possible solution to the what? To the dilemma or the dilemma. Thank you. Let's go to number 7. The plant will, if it is planted in a sunny spot and watered every day. So the plant will flourish. Flourish. You still remember the meaning of flourish? Means what? Thrive or grow and bloom as well. Embellish means what? Beautify. Then discern, you remember? Comprehend. Be aware of. Eradicate, destroy. There is a book and a movie, Eradicator, if you still remember. Or erase, or we wrote before, put an end to something. Okay, let's go to number 8. The directions by the gas station attendant caused us to be 30 minutes late to the ceremony. A. Dogged, you remember the meaning. Stubborn. Or tenacious. I want you to remember this word, tenacious. A good word as well. B, which is the answer, erroneous. Of course, out of, error, or wrong. Derived from what? Error. Let us write this. Derived from error. Simply because erroneous is an adjective, okay? And error is a noun. Ecstatic, overjoyed. On cloud 9, overexcited. Fickle, you remember the word. Indecisive. Undecided. You still remember the word capricious. Means what? Moody. We studied this last time. Let's go to number 9. The artist felt it necessary to what? His masterpiece to gain more admirers. Maybe he wants to improve to beautify, to prettify his portrait, for example, or masterpiece, whatever the masterpiece is, okay? To gain more admirers, to gain more people to admire his what? His work of art. Okay, A, which is the answer, embellish. And you still remember the meaning, beautify. Curtail means reduce. Abridge. Disparage, you still remember, it's belittle. Sometimes criticize. and or show disrespect for. Okay, and then D, disavow. Disavow means deny knowledge or responsibility of. Deny responsibility of. Okay, يتنصل من مسؤولية. Let's go to number 10. The or the arrival of the teacher stopped the fight before it began. A, evanescent. You still remember the meaning, like ephemeral, short lived, or ephemeral, or passing, or it could be fleeting, doesn't last long. Then diligent, hardworking, fortuitous, you still remember, incidental, lucky. Then eloquent. Eloquent means well spoken, articulate as what? As an adjective. Okay? Thank you. I want you to keep repeating the words and their meanings, and you will definitely remember them for long. Let's now go to the other page and question number 11. Okay. At the award assembly, the teacher planned to those students who had achieved their goal, something positive. Of course, it has to be what? A. A, extol, means what? Praise highly. Okay. Then B, exacerbate. What does it mean? Aggravate or worsen or even anger. Then denigrate means criticize, decry, belittle, or put down verbally. Put down verbally. So take that meaning. Denigrate means what? Criticize. Then discern, of course, you still remember the meaning. Comprehend or be aware of. Okay. Question number 12. The sky turned out and purple just before the sun went down. You still remember? Evanescent. And evanescent means short lived. And then we have erratic, means odd, inconsistent, disreputable, very good, shameful, disgraceful, سيء السمعة, fastidious, fussy, very attentive, it could be, or let me say the other meaning that we wrote before. Yes, meticulous. Okay, let's go to question number 13. Please don't my Spanish accent. I only learned to speak it last week. So, perfect. Don't denigrate. Denigrate means criticize. Criticize, make fun of me here, okay? Belittle, or you still remember decry. Not eradicate, like destroy. Not digress, like leave the main subject or topic, and not of course decry. Not decry, okay. I shouldn't use decry here, so just forget about it, okay? Because almost decry like denigrate. I'm sorry, that's my mistake. Then let's go to number 14. Unfortunately, her kindness was and only lasted for a short while, for a short time, of course. Ephemeral. Ephemeral. You still remember the meaning. Like existing for a short period of time, okay? Crass. Still remember? Rude. Or crude or bad manners, okay? Elated, very happy. Then fastidious, you still remember? Meticulous or fussy, or you can say very attentive. So let us read the sentence again. Unfortunately, her kindness was ephemeral and only lasted a short while. Then let us go to the last question in that page, number 15. They tried to their losses by retreating to their camp, going back to their camp. It's not disavow, means deny, knowledge, or responsibility. Curtail, which is the meaning, you still remember, reduce or shorten. Emulate, still remember, imitate. Then flourish means what? Grow. So in that case, we should read the sentence this way. They try to curtail their losses by retreating to their camp. They want to reduce or decrease their losses. Thank you. Let's go to the other page and question number 16. Our Anne detective detects deceptions daily, okay, but only after all that hard work, and deceptions like fraud, okay, but only after all of that hard work. Of course, it's not fickle. You still remember fickle, undecided, or capricious. It's not florid, means showy or gaudy. It's not extravagant, which means extreme, excessive. But of course, it is diligent, which is hard working. So it should read as such. A diligent detective detects deception daily, but only after all of that hard work. So if you are diligent, you are hardworking, you work around the clock, you work 24/7. Let's go to number 17. His behavior led the restaurant manager to escort the obnoxious man out of the door. Of course, his crude or his rude behavior, his unrefined behavior, a good word as well, a good meaning. Divisive, of course, no. Divisive means debatable, or controversial, or causing disagreement, if you still remember. Eloquent, we said it many times, articulate, or well-spoken. Extroverted, sociable, outgoing. And extroverted, the opposite is introverted. You know those people who are quite shy? Perfect. Let's go to number 18. I don't understand why he behaves as he does. His personality is a or an to me. Is it enmity? Hatred? Of course, no. Dislike? And that SAT word, aversion. Discretion? Is it wisdom? Of course, no. Is it kind of showing good judgment? Good judgment. It is enigma, and enigma means what? Puzzle, sort of confusion, riddle. Dilemma or dilemma, of course, you still remember problem, or difficulty, maybe better meaning. And conundrum, I always write it, okay, and I insist that you have to what? To learn it by heart. So let us read the sentence. I don't understand why he behaves as he does. His personality is an enigma to me, okay? Enigma, like a puzzle, something that I don't understand. Let's go to question number 19. For $1,000, Claudio decided to his friends he never keeps a relationship. We are looking for something negative here. But anyway, digress is not the right word here. Okay, so digress, if you still remember, it means leave the main subject or topic. Okay. And of course, dupe, if you still remember, means deceive a person. And what else? We have curtail. Curtail means reduce. Extol means what? Praise highly. Sure, when you are done watching the video, you will remember all these words because I mentioned them many times. I mentioned the meaning many times, okay? Let's go to question number 20. The soccer players were when their team won the state championships. Of course, they were happy, okay? Elated means very happy. Over the moon. They were on cloud 9, okay? B, disreputable. You still remember the meaning. Disreputable. Disgraceful. And shameful. I'll say it again because of the siren. Disreputable, disgraceful, shameful. Divisive, you still remember. Debatable. Controversial. Eloquent means well spoken. Let us read it again. The soccer players were elated when their team won the state championships. Thank you. Number 21. He was an speaker. We could listen to him for hours. Okay, this is something positive. We love the way he speaks. Of course, it's not florid, means showy, or gaudy, if you still remember, or even excessively bright. Eloquent, that's the one. Well spoken, or articulate as an adjective. So he is an articulate speaker, okay? Innovating means exhausting, or even weakening. Negative. Of course, ecstatic means, you remember, very happy, overjoyed, overexcited. Okay, so let me read it again. He was an eloquent speaker and we could listen to him for hours. Number 22. Because of the drought, there was a or an of fruit and vegetables, like no fruits and vegetables are there. So we'll go for dearth. Dearth means what? Shortage. Shortage or lack of, or scarcity. You still remember the word scarcity. Enigma, you still remember, puzzle or riddle. Enmity means what? Hatred. Aversion. Dilemma means difficulty or a problem or even conundrum, if you still remember. Let's go to question number 23. The opinions caused lots of anger because everyone wanted to go home. So there was kind of what? Difference in opinions, okay? In that case, we'll go for divisive. What does mean divisive? Debatable or controversial. Not, of course, demonstrative, means expository. Not crass, means rude. Not devious, means sneaky, tricky, or even, is to remember, cunning. Perfect. Let's go to number 24. She is so in her beliefs that you will never get her to agree with you. Of course, she was so dogmatic. What does mean dogmatic? Stubborn. Write this down. Or B, dubious. And dubious means, you remember, doubtful. Or skeptical. A very good word, by the way. Doubtful, skeptical, dubious. Fickle, we said it many times. Capricious. Capricious or undecided. Then euphoric means happy or overjoyed. Let us say very happy. The last question here, 25. People can never have true success until they learn to be honest. Of course, I will never say erratic people. Erratic means odd. Fervent people means passionate. Still need a negative word here. Enthusiastic, if you want to write the meaning. Then enigmatic means puzzling. The noun of enigma. Puzzling, perplexing, or confusing even. And we have got devious, and devious we have just written the meaning now, like tricky, sneaky, cunning. So let us read it this way. Devious people can never have true successes until they learn to be honest. That's it. Hopefully you found this video useful.